Welcome back everyone. Today we'll be doing a new chapter, and that is the sound and propagation of sound. Syllabus has changed, but we'll do the whole thing as we were supposed to do, and we'll know everything so that we'll won't face any problem and we'll go to the higher classes. Alright, so let's start the sound. I hope that you people are alright, okay, and keeping well, doing studies. So we'll be doing sound today, and before going into the sound, we have already covered this thing in class 9, and you remember the velocity of sound. It was v equals to f lambda, where f is frequency and lambda is the wavelength. This we did in class 9, right? Again, to recap, we also had this expression that velocity of sound in any medium depends on certain things. And how it depends? It depends on the modulus of elasticity and the density of the medium. Okay, this also we did. And even for a stretch string, I mean, if we are doing like this and we are plucking and then we are having some kind of vibration, like this we are having a vibration, then for this stretch string we have the velocity which is T, the tension. Here you can understand there are tensions in the string because it is taut, and divided by mu, where mu is not refractive index. Mu is basically the mass per unit length, because this is very thin, so in order to calculate the mass, it's better we calculate the mass per unit length so that we can easily calculate the total mass. For this kind of any wires, very thin objects, they do have this kind of thing. Okay, we always calculate not the mass, but we calculate mass per unit length. So when you take, suppose it is 1 kg per meter, then if you're taking 2 meters, that means it's 2 kg. Suppose it is 5 kg per meter, then if you're taking 2 meters, it is 10 kg, like that we remember. Alright, now all these things we have done in lower classes. This is velocity of sound in stretch string. This is velocity of sound in any medium, where E is the modulus of elasticity. We'll come up about the modulus of elasticity when we go to higher classes, especially class 11. You have a chapter specifically called elasticity. There we can study the nature and the other things which are involved for the elastic behavior of a body. But remember one thing, and just in a nutshell I should tell you, when sound propagates through a medium, what happens? It compresses and rarefies the particular medium particles, and then only the sound propagates through the medium. And that is the reason why the elastic property is very essential for to know in order how the sound propagates to a particular medium. Alright, now let's do the next topic. One more thing, now let us think that when sound propagates, like light ray propagates, we have already got the reflection of light, we got to know about the refraction of light. But what happens when sound travels? Easily we can understand that when sound travels, if it is having a large obstacle, then it can also reflect back. That means but why it needs a large obstacle? Because of the reason that the wavelength of the sound is very large. You see, if you think about what is the wavelength of red color? Okay, it's 8,000 Armstrong, which is 8 into 10 to the power minus 7 meter. You can understand how small it is. But when we talk about sound, we even have wavelengths which is near to 0.5 meter, that means 50 centimeter or something, which is quite large. 50 centimeter and something like that. So when we have large wavelength, we require large reflectors. Okay, so this is what we call the reflection of sound, and now we are going to do the thing based on reflection of sound, which is called echo.
Hello? 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 Anybody there? Echo!
Echo. Now what is an echo? I mean, echo is a phenomenon where we can actually hear a sound twice or thrice. Means it will repeat. Alright. When you have a large hall and you're talking, you'll see that whatever voice you're telling, it is something is more felt in that room, but that you don't observe when you are at your home, in your own room or bedroom. Why it is so? Because our bedroom is small, but when you are going for a large hall, the sound is reflected and we hear multiple presence of the same sound that our vocal cord is delivering. Okay, so this repetition of the same sound due to reflection of sound is called echo, right? So we have to understand that echo occurs for a particular sound energy, and we have to know what are the minimum condition for echo to hear. All right, and definitely one thing is very important. It can come in your ICC class 10 exam or even in CBSE. That is echo, the condition or the other factors is very much dependent on the medium, because different medium, like in ear, sound travels with an average speed of 330 meter per second. Okay, you know, remember Laplace corrected it, Newton did, and he got a velocity which is 271, but practically it was 330, and then Laplace did a correction and we got the value of sound wave to be 331 meter per second, 331 meter per second. But if it is in water, sound travels faster, it is 1400 meter per second. So that point of time, that in order to register the echo, we have certain different conditions. So everything echo depends definitely on the medium which we are using or from where we are hearing. If it is in air, it is something different. If it is in water, it is different. If it is in other solid or something, stethoscope, you see, and for the doctors they use, that is also kind of reflection of sound to produce the more sound in order to hear the heartbeats and other lung functionalities. So that is what we call all the phenomenon for reflection of light. Sound. Okay. So now see what are the conditions for echo to hear. Conditions for echo. So what are the conditions that we can actually hear an echo? That means the repetition of sound. Great. So let us first assume what happens. The sound should definitely get reflected back from a large reflector. Then only we can hear the repetition of sound, right? So we need a large hall, a large valley, mountains and all these things for echo to hear. Even we hear echo when a train is traveling from far on a rail line. There is a kind of mountains and other things are there surrounding it, the rail lines. Then when the train comes, the whistle blows, we hear echo. Okay, I have heard once in Rajasthan there was mountains and those rail lines and all, and then the train was coming and I heard the echo twice because it was reflecting. There were large walls of stones so surrounding the rail lines. Anyways, so let us just think. Suppose we have a large reflector, a wall or something, and this is the ground, whatever. So this is, we have a wall here, there is a listener standing, and there is a source. This is the source which is emitting the sound, and then it is going, and then it is coming back. So listener is listening to the sound twice. From the source it is listening directly, and again from the echo, the reflection. Okay, so in this way, so how much distance the sound is traveling? If this distance is d, if I say, alright, and velocity of sound in ear we know 330 meter per second, Laplace correction. Okay, good. So how much distance the sound is traveling? The distance traveled by sound is 2d. Okay, right. So what is velocity? Distance by time, so 2d by t. Now what is this time? Here comes a very, very interesting fact about human brain. Now what is that? Human brain can recognize a particular wavelength of sound and can process it if that sound stays at least for 1/10 seconds. That means that 1/10 of a second. So that is called the persistence of hearing. Okay, so what is T? Is 1/10 seconds, so that this listener will hear the sound and process it. So that much time we have to give. So definitely this is 0.1 second. So if you put all these things and for the sake of approximation, if we take velocity of sound to be approximately 340. Actually it is 330, but approximately. Then what I can say, 340, 2d, I don't know the distance, and this is 0.1, and eventually if you calculate it will come 17 meter. So if you put the velocity to be 1400 for the case of water, so 1400 2d by 0.1 will ultimately give you 70 meters for water. So you see, conditions will vary if the medium is changing. Alright, so keep this in mind. This derivation can come in your exam. Even for water also they can ask you. Then the value will be 1400, not 340. If you take 330, okay, it will come 16.5 meter. So minimum distance of the reflector, I repeat, minimum distance of the reflector from the source of the sound or from the listener should be at least 17 meter in air in order to hear the echo or the repetition or reflected sound once again. Alright, let's now check it out, other applications, and let us do few numericals to complete this part, that is the first part of sound.
This is just to tell you that you have to read carefully about the uses and application of echo. In a lot of practical examples are there. This is one of them. This is sonar. Even radar works on this principle. So please go through this section. There are 4-5 examples where the concept of reflection of sound or the properties of reflection of sounds are used. So do carefully learn them, because they can ask you questions from this section. Okay, here you can see the sum. It's telling about a man who is firing a gun and hears an echo at 5 seconds, and then he walks around 310 meter forward, and then again he fires the gun and gets an echo at 3 seconds. We have to find the speed of the sound in air or particular thing. They can also ask you to find out the distance of that particular cliff from the initial position of the man. Okay, so let's start this sum. Let's solve it.
So you have seen the photograph, the numericals. Okay, a man fires a gun, hears the echo after 5 seconds for the first time here, and again then he walks for 310 meter further and again fires the gun, and then at this position he hears the echo in 3 seconds. So we have to find the velocity of sound in air or in this medium, whatever they have mentioned. So this is the problem. Okay, we have to solve this using the concept of echo. Alright, so we have already marked the distance as d, and you can understand this is 310 meter and moved forward. So obviously this distance will be d minus 310 meter, and this is the reflector. This time when he's here, he's hearing the echo in 5 seconds. Okay, so let the velocity be v. So obviously it is 2d by 5, right? Great. And this is the first case. The second case, the velocity will remain same because it is sound and it's traveling in air or the particular medium. Now the distance is 2 into d minus 310, and the time is 3. Hope you have understood. We have these two. So what I can say, 2d by 5 equals to 2 into d minus 310. Do you understood this one? Did you understand? The thing is, this distance is no more d, it is d minus 310 meter because it moved forward by a distance of 310 meter. So it is 2 into this. So here it is, and then you can calculate, 3d equals to 5b minus 0, this thing. Alright? So 2d is equal to 1550. If you subtract, divided, and from here we can calculate the value of d, which is this. Alright, or even this 2d, you can put it here and calculate the sound. So velocity here, we have got the value of 2d is 1550 divided by 5. So 310, 3 1, I'm sorry, it is 3 and 1 and then 0. Yeah. So 310 meter per second. I'm sorry, I got confused somehow. So 310 meter per second is the answer. You see, it's very simple. We have only one formula, that is velocity equals to twice the distance by time. The distance will be twice because sound is going and again is coming back. Okay. So you have already understood about the applications, how we can apply the concept of echo in radar, in sonar, and other things. Those are very important for your school level exam, I told you. And this is what now is your part. You have to sit with the chapter, go through this, and complete all the numericals that you have at the end of the chapter. This is your homework. I repeat, this is your homework. Complete all the problems as well as solve all the question answers, leaving the MCQs and all. So this is the part 1. We'll come up with the other parts of sound. There are other important factors. Okay, I'll cover up sound in 3 parts. This is the first part, and then we'll come up with the second part. Okay, till then, bye bye. Stay safe and stay productive. Do the homework. I'll send you the other homeworks in our Accentus WhatsApp group. Okay.